Think about GPS. You probably imagine a map on your phone, right? Helping you find the quickest route or locating a nearby coffee shop. But the Global Positioning System, or GPS, is so much more than a simple navigation tool. It's an invisible, silent utility that underpins nearly every facet of our modern world, often in ways you'd never expect. From keeping the lights on to making global commerce possible, GPS truly is an indispensable, yet often overlooked, technological marvel. Our reliance on GPS is profound. It's embedded in our infrastructure, our economy, and even our safety nets. Yet, because it works so seamlessly, we rarely stop to consider its foundational role. But what would happen if this critical system suddenly went dark? What if, for whatever reason, the signals from space stopped reaching us? The consequences would be far more widespread and severe than simply getting lost on your way home. That's the core question we're tackling today. So, how does GPS actually work? At its heart, GPS relies on a network of 31 satellites orbiting Earth. These aren't just any satellites, they are precisely positioned in 6 different orbital planes, about 20,200 kilometers, or roughly 12,500 miles, above us. Each satellite completes an orbit in about 14 hours, constantly broadcasting signals that our GPS receivers pick up. Think of them as extremely precise lighthouses in the sky, always sending out their unique beacons. The secret to GPS's incredible accuracy lies within these satellites. Each one carries multiple atomic clocks. These aren't your average wristwatches. Atomic clocks are the most accurate timekeeping devices known to humankind. They are so precise they can measure time down to a mind-boggling 10 to the power of negative 13 seconds. That's a tiny, tiny fraction of a second. This extreme precision is absolutely vital because GPS works by measuring the exact time it takes for a signal to travel from a satellite to your receiver. Here's the clever part: we know that radio signals, like light, travel at a constant speed, the speed of light. So, if your GPS receiver knows the exact time a signal left a satellite, and the exact time it arrived at your location, it can calculate the distance to that satellite. It's a simple distance equals speed times time calculation. Your receiver compares its internal clock, which isn't as precise as an atomic clock, but we'll get to that, with the timestamp from the satellite signal to figure out that travel time. To get a 3D position, your latitude, longitude, and altitude, your GPS receiver needs signals from at least 4 satellites. Why 4? Well, if you know your distance from one satellite, you could be anywhere on a giant sphere surrounding it. With 2 satellites, you're on a circle where those 2 spheres intersect. 3 narrows it down to 2 possible points, and the 4th satellite helps resolve the ambiguity and correct for your receiver's less precise internal clock. This process is called trilateration, and it's how your phone knows exactly where you are. Now that we understand the basics, let's explore how GPS powers our modern world, starting with transportation. In the air, planes rely on GPS for precise navigation, especially during takeoffs, landings, and flight path optimization. This increases safety and efficiency. Out at sea, ships use GPS to plot courses, avoid collisions, and navigate through treacherous waters, reducing fuel consumption and ensuring timely deliveries. Without it, global shipping, which carries over 80% of world trade, would revert to much slower, less efficient, and riskier methods. On land, GPS is equally vital. For road transport, it optimizes fleet management, allowing companies to track vehicles, plan efficient routes, and manage delivery schedules. This isn't just about knowing where your pizza is, it's about critical supply chains. Autonomous vehicles, from self-driving cars to robotic farm equipment, depend entirely on GPS for their positioning and navigation. Even trains use GPS for precise timing, signaling, and ensuring they stay on schedule and avoid incidents, transforming rail safety and efficiency. One of the less obvious but incredibly impactful uses of GPS is in agriculture. Farmers now use GPS for precision farming. This means tractors can drive in perfectly straight lines, planting seeds, applying fertilizer, and irrigating fields with extreme accuracy. This minimizes waste, reduces costs, and maximizes crop yields. Imagine a world where every plant gets exactly what it needs, no more, no less, all thanks to satellite signals guiding machinery. It's a revolution in how we feed the planet. Believe it or not, GPS plays a crucial role in the global financial system. Every time you make a credit card transaction, transfer money, or trade stocks, GPS timing signals are likely involved. These signals provide incredibly accurate timestamps, synchronized across the globe. This synchronization ensures that all transactions are recorded in the correct order, preventing fraud and enabling high-frequency trading. Without this precise timing, the financial world would grind to a halt, leading to chaos and massive economic instability. Another critical, unseen application of GPS is in our power grids. Modern electrical grids are incredibly complex, with power flowing from many different sources: power plants, solar farms, wind turbines, to millions of homes and businesses. To prevent blackouts and ensure stability, all these different sources must be perfectly synchronized. GPS provides the ultra-precise timing signals needed to keep the grid in harmony, ensuring that alternating current cycles are perfectly aligned across vast distances. Losing GPS could trigger widespread power outages. When you call 911 or your local emergency number, GPS is often working behind the scenes to save lives. Enhanced 911 or E911 systems use GPS data from your mobile phone to pinpoint your exact location, even if you don't know where you are. This critical information allows emergency responders, police, fire, and ambulance to reach you faster, especially in rural areas or when you're disoriented. Without GPS, locating distressed callers would become significantly slower and more difficult, leading to tragic delays. Beyond practical infrastructure, GPS is an invaluable tool for scientific research. Geologists use it to monitor tectonic plate movements and predict earthquakes. Climate scientists track ice sheet movements and sea level rise with extreme precision. It's used for detailed mapping, surveying, and understanding changes in the Earth's surface over time. From understanding our planet's dynamic processes to guiding space exploration, GPS allows scientists to gather data and insights that would be impossible otherwise. So, what happens if GPS suddenly stops working? Imagine the satellites above us simply going silent. The immediate impact would be a worldwide loss of precise positioning and timing. Our digital world, so reliant on those invisible signals, would face an unprecedented crisis. It wouldn't just be an inconvenience, it would be a cascading series of failures, affecting almost every aspect of daily life that we've come to take for granted. It's a scenario that keeps many experts up at night. First, transportation would descend into chaos. Planes and ships would lose their most accurate navigation systems, forcing them to rely on older, slower, and less precise methods. Flight delays and cancellations would become widespread. Maritime shipping would struggle to maintain schedules and avoid accidents. On land, logistics networks would collapse as trucks lose efficient routing, impacting supply chains for everything from food to medicine. Autonomous vehicles would cease to function, and even public transport could face significant disruptions. The economic consequences would be immediate and severe. Financial markets, dependent on GPS for precise transaction timestamps, would struggle to operate, leading to potential halts in trading and massive losses. Banks would have difficulty processing transfers. Communication networks, including mobile phone towers and internet infrastructure, also rely on GPS for synchronization. A GPS outage could lead to widespread network disruptions, making phone calls and internet access unreliable, further crippling business and personal communication. Perhaps most critically, our power grids would be at severe risk. Without the precise timing signals from GPS, synchronizing the complex flow of electricity would become incredibly challenging, likely leading to widespread blackouts across vast regions. Imagine entire cities plunged into darkness. Furthermore, emergency services would be severely hampered. E911 systems would lose their ability to pinpoint callers, slowing response times and putting lives at risk. The fundamental infrastructure supporting public safety would be profoundly compromised. Given this reliance, are there alternatives? Absolutely. The US-operated GPS isn't the only global navigation satellite system, or GNSS, out there. Other nations and blocs have developed their own systems. These provide crucial redundancy. The European Union operates Galileo, Russia has GLONASS, and China runs Beidou. These systems work on similar principles to GPS, using their own constellations of satellites and atomic clocks to provide positioning and timing services. Having multiple independent systems significantly enhances global navigation resilience. Beyond satellite systems, there are also terrestrial, or land-based, navigation systems. One such system, LORAN, long-range navigation, was a ground-based radio navigation system primarily used for maritime and aviation. While the original LORAN was phased out in many countries, there's renewed interest in modernized versions, like eLORAN, enhanced LORAN. These systems rely on ground-based transmitters and offer an independent backup for critical timing and navigation services, especially in case of a satellite system failure. They are slower but robust. The potential vulnerability of a world reliant on a single technology highlights the critical need for resilience and redundancy in our global infrastructure. While GPS is remarkably robust, it's not immune to threats like jamming, spoofing, or even solar flares. Investing in and maintaining diverse positioning, navigation, and timing (PNT) systems, both satellite-based and terrestrial, is essential. It's about building safeguards so that our interconnected world doesn't come crashing down if one critical piece of the puzzle falters. GPS is truly a silent hero, enabling countless conveniences and critical functions we rarely even notice. From getting you to your destination to powering the global economy and even saving lives, its reach is astonishingly broad. Understanding how it works and what its absence would mean helps us appreciate this technological marvel and underscores the importance of the satellite silently orbiting above our heads. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our interconnected future. As technology advances, so too will our navigation capabilities. We'll likely see even more integrated systems, blending data from multiple GNSS, terrestrial backups, and perhaps entirely new technologies. The goal remains the same: to provide accurate, reliable, and resilient positioning and timing information to power our ever-evolving world. So next time you see that little blue dot on your map, remember the incredible journey those signals have made and the vital role they play in keeping our modern society running smoothly.